Hello, and thank you for joining me again. In the first part of this series, Sewing on Tatted Lace, I talked about how to sew on flat edging to different items. In this video, I thought I would talk about how to sew on circular and different shaped items. It's the same concept. You're just sewing on the tatted lace using a matching thread. Usually if I'm doing white tatting, I use white. And then you can see that on here, I've accented the tatted lace with a variegated thread with different embroidery stitches. And what I've tended to do is use a finer gauge embroidery thread as the accents than the gauge of the tatting, so that the tatting stands out. That's one example of a round motif. Here's another one, and I'm going to make these into ornaments. I just sewed the tatted ornament to a base of felt and then gathered it around a piece of mat board. This is just a 7-point motif, and then I just added colonial knots as an accent. This is a snowflake, just a plain snowflake. I was just testing out the use of metallic embroidery. Created a brooch for that. And those are the circular examples. You can do the same with squares. This I stitched onto some Aida fabric and did some cross stitch in the middle. You can't really see that, but it's more about the tatting. And again, as I did with the edging, you're just going to catch every picot and every ring and every chain so that it's securely fastened on. Now, obviously, this is not going to get as much use. The tatting, it has less chance of coming off, but you still want it to be on there securely. I created an ornament with this piece. Any shape can be used. And again, I was just playing around with this. This is size 10 thread with, I believe, size 8 pearl cotton for the embroidery stitches. This is a very simple pattern. My last example is this is size 10 thread. I created a teapot, and I just stitched this onto some fine gauge linen fabric before I created a tea bag book. Very simple, but very effective, highlighting the tatted teapot. I hope these items give you some inspiration to create your own items. Thank you for watching.